Hello, everybody. This is Friendly Neighborhood Gamer. I'm your host, Bear. Tonight, we're doing a review of Formaggio. I'm gathered here with my co-host, Blue.
Hello.
My guest, Turnip.
Also gathered here today.
And Book Marauder.
I'm gathering.
Dearly beloved. Dearly beloved.
So, we've just done a playthrough where we learned how to play, and then we did a playthrough where we knew how to play, and now we're going to do a little bit of a review to give our honest and open opinions.
Yes.
We're not paid by the company who made this game.
Even if we were, we still would give our honest and...
I mean, if you want to pay us to try out your games, this was made by R2I Games. Oh, interesting. It's a UK game. Surprising.
I am shocked.
Right?
That was British people.
Oh, so what'd you guys think? We'll go around the table. We've already kind of, this is Blue's game, so we'll start with him, and then we'll go counterclockwise because we're able to.
So my overall feeling on this one is that I agree with my opinion because I did a solo review already of Formaggio, but I have not done one of Formaggio. Mostly because I think Formaggio plays better solo, and I still feel better that my brain doesn't work for scoring on this game. So therefore, this one's not the better version of the game. But I think overall, it still has the same flow. It's just the way the scoring works is like it's a little bit more involved, and that hurts me from like thinking because it's like I really want to get everything here and I want to get everything here, but you can't like take too many bites of the big pies. It really is really valuable to take like small bites. Oh, sorry. What is it? Oh, sorry, you can't take small bites of all the pies. You got to take one big bite of one of the pies. So that goes a long way to say that you can spread yourself thin, and I do that every single time I play this. All the time I play this, whether it's solo or whether with friends. The only thing that's changed is I get to see how the game's supposed to be played by watching y'all. So that goes a long way to say that I think this one's is reasonable if you want to play with more multiplayer, and it's a lot more complex. But I prefer the simplicity of Formaggio over Formaggio personally. That does affect the rating that I have of this game, but I'll talk about that after.
Yeah, we'll go around the second time for ratings. Book Marauder, first and opening thoughts.
Opening thoughts, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's a bad game in any stretch of the imagination. I would say strategic-wise, it's very difficult to kind of plan out your turn far ahead because it's 4 turns that it revolves around, so you have no idea what you're going to actually see when it comes your turn around because it was focused on the Italian coastline and trying to get all the different regions, but you have no idea what the 3 other people are going to do. So until it's like 1 turn away from you, you can maybe start planning things. Otherwise, there's just no use to it. It's very 4 different board games in 1 board game. I enjoyed it. I would like to play the original version as well to see kind of the differences. Would I say I would play it again? I would. All in all, I would give it a...
We'll do the scores.
Yes, right. But I would say, that's the biggest downside is I couldn't really do any planning. It was basically
Chaos.
And whenever it rolled around, I didn't even bother looking at what was coming up. I just let it roll to my side and see how the dice laid. But all in all, I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah,
all right.
Man.
I enjoyed it. I like this, Formaggio and Fromage. I feel like I like the fact that they're interchangeable. I can see parts of Fromage in this, but this is a little bit busier, and I didn't mind it. I was here for it. So I enjoyed it. That gives my approval. I like your analysis of it being 4 different board games in one, and like you're just handed something, you got to deal with it, and trying to mentally think, well, I want to keep something in there for another when the next board comes along, and so I liked it. I like the hecticity of it.
Hecticness?
How hectic it feels.
We can make up words here. The whole English language is made up.
Yeah. It was Helicante. That's what it was.
Very Helicante.
And then Tuber? I mean, Mr. Sorry, I'm not. It's your fault. You
I'm
did
done.
this.
I quit.
Turnip.
That's
Mistress
it.
of Tubers.
Turnip the tuber.
Thank you. So I have not played Fromage, so I think I have. When I first saw this, I thought visually it was very busy, which is almost in and of itself a little intimidating. But when you break it down and just look at the component that you're working on, I didn't think it was that busy. It made a lot of sense. So I think you just kind of have to remove yourself from that. And that to me is what makes it feel a little more hectic, is that it's a very busy board. To stay on the like constructive criticism side, I would say I don't really know how you play this well without a Lazy Susan. And I found it very satisfying that there was the Lazy Susan here. So 10 out of 10 recommend getting the perfect size Lazy Susan if you're going to purchase this game.
It does come with a does not come with
Buy
a
that separate.
Yeah.
So normally you just like a peasant, just kind of rotate it, and it just physically moves, and it's like scratching on the wooden table like that. Yeah. So you need that.
So, but
If you're poor, don't buy this.
That's not what I meant to say.
if you have weak fingers, no. So outside of that, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very fun. I did not think that it was. It's 4 turns. Like I didn't think it was that big of a strategy leap to like try to consider what your options might be.
Right.
I personally do love things that have that element of chaos, so it's no surprise that I probably enjoyed this more than others, and I would absolutely play it again.
All right, so now we're going to go in snake order. So back to Turnip again.
Oh.
Where would you place this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Not doing that. There is absolutely no criteria set. It's completely subjective.
Well, and so that's actually a good point. If you had to compare this to one of your favorite games and one of your least favorite games, like just things that you liked from this game that make you think of your favorite, and things that you didn't like about the game that made you think of the game you don't like a lot.
So one of my favorite games is Terraforming Mars, and least favorite game. What's the Starship one where you can't really stay dead?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So good.
Least favorite game?
I was so hoping to die, and then I died, and y'all told me I got to come back to life, and it was like the worst moment.
Well,
for me.
so what happens is like Turnip died, and Turnip's like, I got my wine, I'm dead, I'm out, right? And like Turnip's like about to go to the couch, we're like, nope, you're spawning
I
next
had a
turn.
book.
And
I was
Turnip's
ready to
"Ah."
go. I don't know why. Honestly, I'd have to play that game to remember why I didn't like it, but it didn't sit with me that night. So I would put this one solidly if she is a 1 and Terraforming Mars is a 10. I'd probably put this in a 7.
Okay. So definitely leaning towards like, okay, this is like jiving, things are meshing, and it's hitting on some cylinders at least.
Yeah, and one thing I really like about it is you can't always sit down and play Terraforming Mars because it's hours. And this one, once you know how to do it, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, we got through our second game in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I would put this. I have 2 scores for it. With a Lazy Susan, a 7.5. If it does not have,
With the peasant shuffle.
Yeah, with
if it doesn't have a Lazy Susan, I would say a full point 6.5.
Well, just in the defense of the game, it's not that hard to rotate it just like this. It's just a little bit awkward when it's on the normal table.
I've been spoiled. You've spoiled me, much like people who've taken me to
I feel
Hurricanes
like you need
games.
to drop the link for this Lazy Susan in the comments because it's so perfect.
Well, so this is an 18-inch Lazy Susan, so any flat 18-inch Lazy Susan will do.
Oh, see, I love how he knows.
Or
This
it's
is
either
an 18-inch.
either 18 or 21. I don't know. I have 2, so it might be the 21. But I'll put it in the comments.
All right, George. Fuck.
Jordan. Steven.
A mercenary, Marauder. Good Lord.
Mercenary. Oh my god.
George the mercenary.
Book mercenary.
He's going to start throwing novels soon.
I kill for books.
I would say that I would give this a solid.
Wait. What's your high and what's your low game?
Throw the book at him.
We already know what his high is.
What's my high?
Is it brass?
Axis and Allies. You will play that
I
game.
love
Yes,
these.
Axis and Allies.
That's a game that brings back
Well,
memories.
so
I would not say
feel
it's a
I feel like
10
Axis
out
and Allies
of
is
10.
I feel like Axis and Allies is a different high. So not Axis and Allies. What high would you use?
God, for my...
Because you guys like
See, for
brass,
this
right?
kind of game, I would say brass is my number 1. Like, there's no higher for this kind of... This reminds me, especially the canal business going on. Brass is just... Mwah, chef's kiss. I don't know what I'd put at a 1 for this style of game. I'm not sure if I've played a 1. But in general, I would say I would give it a straightforward 6.89625.
6.89. Wait, that's an 8. That's an 8.
That's a goat scale, and that's not how that works.
I enjoyed it. Would I play it over and over? Probably not. I'd play it again, but I don't think it'd come out all the time.
No, for sure, for sure.
And last but not least,
Oh, for me, my comparisons for this one, I mean, I have a lot of games I can try to compare it to, but to keep it simple, Fromage versus Formaggio, having played both, I played Fromage solo like at least 5 or 6 times. Actually, 7 or 8 because I had to re-record the video a few times. I played this one like maybe twice, and I was kind of like, especially for solo. I was like, I see what it's trying to do with the canal, but it's kind of desolate and like empty when you're playing solo. So that goes a super long way to say that I do see Fromage in a much better light. I have played it more. I feel like it's easier for people to come into. Like, I feel like if I brought this out to my parents have played Clans of Caledonia with me, so it's not like they're slouches when it comes to playing board games. But if I pulled this out with my parents, they'd probably say no. But if I pull it up Fromage, I feel like it's much easier and much more approachable. So I think my rating for Fromage was like a 6.5 or 7. I think I would definitely put this one at a whole point lower because I feel like the complexity of it, maybe it's just not wrapping my brain fully around it. The complexity of this one, I feel like is just, for what it's doing, I would like the complexity to be not as busy. Like I think you mentioned busy. Like, this looks very busy. Like, this, if I can just move this out of the way and move that out of the way, then I can deal with everything else. Like, this is also busy, but I can deal with that. This whole bottle thing is throwing me off every time.
isn't that kind of the point though, that you can interchange these boards with the Fromage boards as well?
You
so
can.
You could take this one out and that one out and take your 2 favorite from Fromage and make one game.
Correct. You can. And like, one of the things that I think, score wise, 5.5 is what I'll put it at if I'm giving a number. But the platinum is a cool idea, but in execution, I think it's like one too many things to keep in mind. Because I think, I think somebody was hinting at like there's just a lot going on. And having the bronze be I get it back next turn, the silver be I get it back in 2 turns, gold be I get it back in 3 turns, that's fine. For some reason, when you add that platinum in, it's like my brain freezes. It's like, okay, I get it back in 4 turns. So how can I plan this out so I can like maybe get things back at the same time? So I think really the platinum throws me off. And the busyness. So 5.5 is what I'll give it. I mean, it's the same formula, so I'm glad you got interchangeable stuff. So it helps me keep the Fromage varied, but I might only mix one of these in with Fromage, personally.
All right. Does anybody have any final thoughts?
I have a
enjoyed
question. I have a question for the group. From not knowing how to play the game to knowing how to play the game, how tough was the transition? Because I know I went through a lot of stuff explaining the individual boards. But did it feel like it was a lot to like take in initially?
In the beginning, it was just lots of little, because it's like 4 different board games, so you're trying to figure out each one.
So go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, but otherwise, it caught on quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if I was going to try to teach this one to somebody, I think I would not put all the boards out. I think I would pull one out and explain it. And then bring the next one out and explain it. Because, like, my brain short-circuited when I saw this, and I was like, there's so much happening. I don't know what any of this means. And it almost made me zone out a little bit. But then once I, like, focused in, it was not that hard.
I still don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, well, to be fair,
You don't use spreadsheets.
Yeah.
is it, what's the column? Which one's the row? No. But
I asked that question. Don't give me.
I just can't even imagine designing this where you're like, no, these go this direction. I would never be able to do that as a human.
Yeah, it just that's one of the things I really like about this game is that it's just a game that it's almost like Cole Worley's games where it's like 4 different things like, all coming together.
Right.
Except for this is just like, well, if we put this here, it's going to be pointing this at this point. It's like trying to figure out how the timing works.
That's a good point because I'm not comparing this directly to John Company, but like John Company's like 5 different regions and things that are all interconnected. This game does have that interconnectedness because my opponents are playing on the same board, so I'm kind of fighting 4 different fights. So I do
Or
mesh
one
with
fight in Italy.
One fight at Mr. I'm going to play Risk over here. Literally started playing Risk instead of playing the game. I do kind of see that like these things kind of all mesh because they're not related, but they're related. Because if your hard cheese worker is locked up over here, but there's only hard cheese spot left over there, you're hosed. So you gotta like, okay, I want this spot, but I also want that spot. So you really gotta start mathing out what you need to do and what you need to go. So like, it's interesting how this is like simultaneously like connected to everything while also being its own separate fight. So
Yeah, and I think part of the strategy is resisting the immediate temptation to put something out and to like you said, it recommends to like focus in an area.
I was about to say the opposite.
Oh, really?
I would say like real estate is limited, and you have to get it when you can get it. So like getting animals quick, getting them out quick, and taking the things that nobody.
How many games did you win?
I didn't.
Well, wait. I have an app. I can look it up.
I'm teasing. I'm sorry.
fair
I'm
enough.
teasing. No, I think I think it's a bit of both, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to be willing to accept the cost if you plan wrong.
Right, the sacrifice and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Or you just be like me and like do.
I was going to ask a final question. The cheese theme. Yes or no? Yay or nay?
yeah, I really enjoyed the flavor text and all the cheeses where
Yeah,
they,
that's fun.
how they had the name on it, and no pun intended, but the flavor text, it told you about how the flavor was of the cheese.
And there's wine pairings.
I have nothing against it. I thought it was
The
a
game comes with
fine
wine
way
pairings.
See, that scratches an itch in my soul. Like, I would almost, like, I could see doing this as a centerpiece at a dinner party, board game dinner party, and, like, just having, like, a massive charcuterie table with some of these cheeses, although I bet some are probably hard to find here, and some of the wines, and, like, making it a whole experience. And I think that'd be really fun.
And I thought it was cool that this gives you like a cheese and a wine pairing. It also gives you a board game pairing, which I think is a clever bit of marketing. It's like, you can play it with this board game that we also made. And it's like, that's cute.
No, that's adorable. I like that.
Yeah.
say it.
So
Don't go in there.
this has been Formaggio, the review. I'm your host, Bear. My co-host, Blue, as always.
Hello.
My partner, Turnip.
Hello.
Mistress of Tubers.
Mistress of Tubers.
And Book Marauder.
hello.
This is Friendly Neighborhood Gamer, and again, as always, keep those dice rolling. I don't have dice, so.